Alright, we're ready to start placing the screws into the vertical and base plates. Now what I want to do is make sure I got a little bit of house cleaning done. I'm going to go ahead and pull my open up my window here, and I'm going to turn off some of these model files that I've got up. It's really not necessary that I have these files up. I've already saved them, and this will optimize my performance inside of SolidWorks. Get to turn that vertical steel plate off, and I think we're done with the panhead screw as far as making any modifications to that as well. So good. This will help us with our SolidWorks performance. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to Insert Components, and I will browse for the panhead screw, which should be that guy right there. It pops up because of the name of the file. Be the first thing you'll see. And I'm going to go ahead and place that in there, and while I'm in the throes of doing that, I'll just go ahead and place a couple more in there as well. So we're going to do that, because I'm going to need all these in there. Browse for that. Place that one over here on this side, and I've got two up here at the top I've got to place. And I'll go ahead and do those as well. You can do this basically any way you want. I prefer to get them all laid out so that I kind of know where I'm tracking and what I'm doing. It just makes it a lot easier for me. Just get all those guys in. So grab that, accept that one, and put it right there. Alrighty. Now let's go ahead and start doing our concentric mates and then our coincident mates. Again, we're going to be coincident. We're going to be concentric first around the edge of the hole, and we can come up here and it says concentric. You can see these mates kind of pop up here real quick. I prefer to have this up here myself. I want to see my menu, so I've got that one. I'll select concentric here. I'll just come over here and grab that circle on the part, and you can see it come in. I'll flip it over. That's good. I'll go ahead and hit that surface there, and I'll do a mate on it. Rotate this guy up a little bit so I can see the underside of that screw. Hit that, come back down, and let's kind of see where we are right here. Yeah, I got it down on there. Good. I'll accept that mate. That's good. So now come over here again. When that comes up, you can actually use this pop-up menu here where you do concentric on him with this guy there, and I'll go ahead and hit that accept. And I guess it didn't take that. I'll go ahead and grab that right there instead. So it places that in there. Now what I'm going to do in this is flip it over anyway. Now it's below the surface. I'm going to accept that, grab this surface here before I actually make a move, so that way I've already pre-positioned myself to make that coincident mate on that surface. So I'll come over here, go to the bottom of this guy, and it should take the elevator up and put that part where I need it. I'll accept that. Okay, so I got two of my screws in there. That's looking pretty good. Rotate this around, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate that around a little bit so I can get just about everything in the screen I want. So I'll come back over here again and do mate, and I'll just pre-select mate instead of the feature. So I'll grab that edge, and I've got it set to concentric now, and I'll grab this here, and I'll place it in there, and of course it's got it upside down. I'll flip it over, accept that. Select this, mate, and we'll come up here, tilt it back a little bit, so I can find that underside, and I'll grab that surface right there, elevator down. See what it looks like. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, cool. Alright, continuing on, grab this one here, and we'll get that edge. You can also use the inside face if you wanted to. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. I'll go ahead and grab that guy. Now I'm going to flip it around exactly like I wanted it. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Mate, grab that surface here, rotate the model around, grab that one, and it should default to coincident. Yes, it did. So it's got that coincident made in as well. So while I'm already positioned, I'll grab that face again, scroll out, rotate around, and we're going to try to do this backwards this time. We'll go ahead and mate the surface first. And let's see what happens. Well, it mated it. It's kind of out there in outer space, but we'll get it back where it needs to be. So I'll grab the edge. I'll go ahead and hit mate, and it should be set to, we'll go to concentric, and grab this outer arc there, that circle, and that puts it where we need it. Now you can go back in, now that you've got these mated, to kind of give it a more realistic look to it, because if you notice, all of the screw heads are kind of going in the same direction, and that's really not how it actually works out. But if you want to, for aesthetics purposes, you can come in and rotate your screws around a little bit, kind of, you know, change the look of it if you want. So that way it doesn't look like it was made in a 3D CAD modeling program, which it was, but anyway, you get the idea. So rotate that around as well. Yeah, it looks kind of neat. Alright, so we got them all in, kind of fancy smancy, and let's see what we got here. Let's do a go to isometric. We'll use our middle mouse wheel and rotate that around. Yeah, looks pretty good. So you understand how to do this. Now let's go ahead and go do this on the other side, and we should be relatively good to go. So let's go ahead and put the screws in this guy here and get that set up.